Hey, welcome to the Triple Two PC podcast, coming to you straight out of the DFW Metroplex. I'm Kev, he's Keith, and this is the Triple Two PC.
And welcome back once again to the Triple Two PC podcast. My brother from another mother, where you at?
We over here and we out here. You hear me?
No doubt,
We
no
out
doubt.
here, my guy.
So good to hear your voice today, man. I had so many wonderful things happen today. But you know what?
Talk to me.
I want to hear a little bit about you because what I got to say, man, it took me to a many place. So I don't want to get just jumping just yet. So look, how was your day, my brother?
Well, man, I can sum it up like this, man. I'm at the house now, so when I walked out the door, man, I walked into the matrix. You know what I'm talking about?
Yeah.
So now, man, I'm here with my mans, man. We doing what we love, man, with under the angel's guidance of 222. So, man, I'm outside of the matrix, baby boy.
Absolutely. I get it and I understand. So I'm going to start with something, man, because it touched me today, man. You know, as a man, right, there's these things that you have to share with people so they understand that, like, there is a side of a man that you have to get in tune with to understand him, right? And that's that vulnerable side.
So you do have feelings.
Yeah.
Contrary to what society says.
Absolutely. So let me share what happened. So it was with one of my fellow coworkers. I will not say his or her name, but I was having a discussion and I was telling them about a discipline type of thing that I had to do with my boys at home here, something that happened over the weekend. And it was like two different episodes. And I told them exactly what I said and how I did it. And then the moment of vulnerability came when the person told me, it's like, I love hearing the stories you tell me about your children and what you do because I never had that from a dad or a father. And I've always wanted that.
Okay. So I don't know if I should ask this, but it came in my mind because I'm not about any divisiveness or, I'm about inclusive, you know what I mean? Being inclusive. But I was just curious because this gentleman that you work with said that his father wasn't there. So what race is he?
He is of the, what most would say, African American descent.
Okay, dig it. That was just for me. Carry on.
Right. But it was a moment, where, because sometimes, we'll say these things of wisdom and we'll do a lot of things, but we don't realize sometimes how it touches people. So, you have a good term when you say sometimes it's good going in your ears. So when he said it, all those past times where I've had discussions with him about my kids and the things that I've done, I understood I just wasn't saying it for me to get it out so somebody could hear. It was also for somebody else to hear and take in and reflect on themselves.
Well, they say things don't happen to you for you anyway,
Right. So that was heavy to me. So I just wanted to share that with you.
So give me a little more. I mean, okay, you gave him the play to how you get moments with your kids and you turn them into teaching moments. That's what I grasped from that. And you shared it with him. And he said that he didn't get that from his father, right?
Yeah,
and it made him feel some type of way.
Yeah, he didn't have those moments.
Okay. And so that made you feel what?
Well, it made me understand that because a lot of times when we say stuff to people, we might take it upon ourselves like I just need to get somebody to talk to about things, right? To get it off your chest or whatever, right? Okay. But it made me also understand that, like, even in doing that, your words have so much power that they're going to resonate, not even what you was intending to do with it, but what it needs to do with it by itself. And so when it hit him, it resonated in such a way for a longing of something that he didn't have, and he could hear the spirit of what I was saying.
Boy, you just took it to where I was going to take it. Like you said, it might not be for what you intended it to be, but you were obedient in being the vessel so that the universe could use you and make it to what it was supposed to be.
Right.
And, I know a little bit more about this, a little bit more background, and I want to add something to it. Now, this is a guy, like you said, you've went to a few times, and sometimes you got frustrated. And, that's what happens when you try to help all the time. That's part of the game. You got frustrated. And what do we do? Man, you know what? I'm done. You know what? That's it. Blah, blah, blah.
Mm-hmm.
All that got undone today, didn't it?
Absolutely, absolutely. But see, that comes also a part of knowing yourself, right? I
Well,
understand my
yeah,
own
that's where I was going.
Yeah, I
It's
understand my
in
own
you.
frustrations, and so when I was able to overcome those what people would call those demons of frustration, then I can say, okay, yep, I know what that feels like. I know what that's all about. Push that back aside. Be who I'm supposed to be.
Well, the universe brought it back to you so you could do the right thing
That's right.
because it's in you and not on you. You can see we get frustrated sometimes. I fancy, ourselves gentlemen of higher intellect. And one of our biggest gifts is that. But one of our biggest weaknesses, a character flaw, if you will, is that same thing, man. We know we're saying something good. We know we're being used at the moment as a conduit. And so we expect instant manifestation, instant gratification.
Yes.
And I've brought that up to you. Hey, man,
Yep.
we have a duty. We have something, we have a responsibility with this being out in front speaking. We have to remember that there's not very many Hall of Fame coaches coaching. And that's for a reason because you expect people to do what you're saying because you've experienced it, witnessed it, lived it, and you know it's good, but you can only plant the seed. You can't grow a tree. You can't grow a plant.
You know, they playing it, baby. So for those of you out there tuning in right now to the Triple Two PC, game is on.
Let's go.
Okay, so I have a topic, and the topic is called the biggest immediate AI concern. But something else came to mind, and I gotta address it. And we're gonna address it right here and right now. So here we go. So Keith, this is for you. This is going to be a little mental exercise. I have
All right.
my own thought of what the answer may be, but I want to see what you come up with. So there's no trickery or nothing involved in this. It's going to be like straight up what it is. Okay.
All right. So
So
so hold on. So is this a continuation with AI?
it will be.
Okay, so let's get it right. Hold on. 47, 48, 49, 50.
Oh, you just getting your push-ups in.
But paying what I owe, just like I did with you yesterday with that $5.
True, he did, ladies and gentlemen. He did do that, and I did my 50. He did his 50. So we good. So we're gonna be. Oh, we didn't even look at the time. Yes, we've been running for like 8 minutes. So we're gonna dig in. Okay, here we go. Are you
Let's go.
ready? Okay, so imagine all of the white race in America on one side of a road. All the
Okay.
other races are on the other side of the road. Now, there's no feuding, no fighting, nothing. It's a moment of total understanding. So all the other races tell the white race, we want you guys to separate yourselves between racists and non-racists. And they're not
Okay.
bickering and arguing. They intend to do what is being told by the other races. What do you think would happen?
That's that is so funny. You know what would happen, B? Man, they start fighting like hell. And here's why I say that. Okay, some racists get over to the right, some non-racists get to the left. Now, mind you, this is all perspective.
Okay.
Okay, let's
Mm-hmm.
set that context.
Okay.
Then you got the ones in the middle. It's like, well, I don't know if I am racist. You got the racist saying, yeah, do you like N words or not? Well, they've never done it to man, get over here. So now they're over there, right? See what I mean? And then you got
Uh,
these other cats that think they're not racist, yet they're saying, yeah, man, I have black friends. You know what I mean? Hey man, I saw this colored guy. And I'm like, true story. One of my white friends, we were young, and he said, hey man, yeah, man, my dad, I've been around coloreds. And I said, what color are they? He said, huh? I said, you said you've been around colored people. What color were they? Oh man, I'm sorry. Still one of my best friends to this day. You know what I mean? But don't let me get off base here. So there's gonna be a lot of fight, man, because most people ain't who they think they are.
mm-hmm. Okay.
And so I just thought that would be interesting, man. You think that would be a real civilized thing? I think that would literally be a civil war because they would get the fighting amongst themselves because 90 percentile aren't who they think they are. The ones that some of them that think they are aren't. Some of them that think they aren't are.
Okay, so let's put a twist in it. So let's say the ones that are definitely know they are, and the ones that aren't definitely know they're not, and there's no fighting. How do you think they would separate?
They would do the same thing because the ones that are, here, let me give you this premise. You have racist Confederates, right, that have the Confederate flag on their bumper sticker, hanging in the little deodorant that hangs off the mirror, a little Confederate flag, right?
Mm-hmm.
Well, you would
Southern
think,
pride, some say.
right? You would think, okay, they don't really threaten me because I see where their head is at. They're showing me what they think they believe, right?
Mm-hmm.
See, but then you have the Confederates that are very racist but never show they flag, right? And so I got to keep saying that, man, because I'm telling you, what people think they are, they really aren't, and what people think they aren't, they really are.
I know, so
And so
that's what I'm saying. I'm setting the parameters, like I said, in the computer to say now we know who is and who isn't. They won't fight. Like I'm putting those parameters so they can't do those things. I'm still thinking like, but how do you think it would divide?
and if how many people is it? 100?
Yeah, let's use 100. Yeah.
33 to third, 33, 33, and 33. 33 that are, 33 that aren't, and 33 that don't know.
What
That's how I
don't
think they
know has
separate.
to be split up. So you want to split them in half?
Well, the ones that don't know have to go either to the left or the right, right?
Right.
Let's put them over to the, if they have to think about it, then they are.
Okay. So now.
So we got 66 or 67 that are and 33 that ain't.
Okay. So now, right, looking at this premise, and we come up like a 50,000-foot view, and we look down at this. So what do you see? You see on the bottom half of the road, what do you see? You see what? All the other races, right?
Uh-huh.
And then on the other side of the road, what do you see?
Man, bird's eye view, Kevin, I see 100 races.
Okay. So, okay. So, but this is my thing. So I like it. I like it what you said, because that's where my head was going, right? But my thing was like, if somebody looked at that in a logical sense, they would split them, right? Say, let's say it was 50-50. Let's say they would split them down into 50-50, and they would go space between them, right? But what trips me out, nobody I think would think of, why would they just not come on the other side of the road?
Boo! Ooh, but you made my stomach drop. Now that's funky. Yeah, man.
So that was the premise that hit me, and I was just like, I wonder how many people would even think that they would, because would they still hold themselves higher than the other people on the other side of the road?
That's powerful, bro. Because it's crazy. I was kind of alluding to it because I was like, well, everybody is the same, but I was on the other end of the spectrum. They were all racist because they were separated in the first place.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, hey man, that was good, man. That was good. You want to add anything to that?
The higher self gave that to me. So if you want to do something with it, you can. But I'm good.
No, man, that was like you said. That was from the higher self. I have nothing to follow that with.
Okay, so I'm gonna give you something, right? So this is what I was thinking about. I was thinking about like a biggest immediate concern. So I know like AI when it hits and it's already been out already, right? It's not all these bombs and Terminator. It's not would be an immediate effect. So I'm thinking about like the very short immediate effect. The biggest thing that I see is going to be affected in a most immediate state from companies is automation, loss of jobs.
That's one of the biggest fears, right?
Yeah.
Do you remember in the Matrix when the old guy, one of the elders, was talking to Neo, and he said, "Come on, walk with me." They went down to where the machines were.
Mm-hmm.
And he said, "It's funny, man." And I'm paraphrasing. "We need the machines to stay alive, but the machines need us to maintenance them. So who needs who?" Pretty much.
Symbiotic relationship.
Right. So, if you watch Terminator, then what was the name of that? Skynet,
Skynet.
you know, said we don't need them anymore because they got us to where we want to be. Right.
Mm-hmm.
So if I have, there's, I'm trying to say this, man. There's certain places where AI should not be, period.
Yeah, anything
And
in moral decision making and things of that nature, it definitely not.
well, I was going to be even more specific and say anything to do with weapons. AI should not
Absolutely.
be involved. But what's the argument? Let's play devil advocate for a minute. Well, how are we going to stop missiles from coming over and, all that stuff, right?
Yep. And just so you know, we're at 50 push-ups right now.
Okay. Man,
This
that
is
went fast.
the Triple Two PC. We'll holler back.